Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is actually going to be something I've never done before and something that's been very highly requested. So those of you who are familiar with my channel know that I have quite a lot of animals, and for those of you who aren't familiar with my channel, hello, I have a lot of animals. And a lot of people request that I do some kind of like daily routine or nightly routine or just like kind of show like a day in my life. All of my pet care stuff, you know. So that's what I'm going to do. So in my video today, I'm going to be showing you kind of a whole day in my life, my daily routine from when I wake up to when I go to bed, everything that I do for my pets in a day. So before we start this video, I do want to say that if there's anything that seems like I left out of this video or whatever, it's just because I don't do everything every single day, if that makes sense. For example, my leopard gecko does not get fed every day. She only gets fed like twice a week. And for example, I don't clean my cages every single day. I don't clean my fish tanks every single day. So obviously there's going to be things that sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. This daily routine that I'm showing you right now isn't what I do every single day. It's just what I happen to be doing on this day, if you get what I mean. For example, if you don't see me clean my fish tank, don't think,
oh my god, she never cleans her fish tank,
because I just didn't do that today. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Or if you don't see me feed certain animals, don't be like,
oh my god, she starves her animals.
Because not all my animals eat every single day. So I probably just feed them another day. I'm not starving my pets. I'm not cleaning them. I'm doing all that. I just don't do it every single day. So that said, I think we can just go on and get into the video now. So typically the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I get out of bed and I go and turn on all of the lights. So all of my reptiles need their lights turned on and my fish tanks need their lights turned on. I think that's really it. I don't have, like, my rabbits don't have lights that need to be turned on or anything. They don't have heat lamps. So I go and I turn on all of the lights. Once all of the lights are on, the next thing I do is I go and check water bowls. Water bowls, water bottles, all of that. I go and I take them, I clean them out and get them fresh water. I'm not going to show every single one because I do have over like 30 different water dishes, and I really don't think you guys care about seeing me fill up 30 water bowls. So I'm just gonna show you a few, but yeah, that's what I do. Next, so I go and I check water. This also includes misting any of the cages that need a mist in the morning. That's, you know, part of the water, you know. Water. Once everyone has their lights turned on and everyone has fresh water, I now have to go and get my rabbits out of their cage. If any of you have rabbits or know anything about them, if you are keeping your rabbits in a pen or something, they do need time out of their cage every single day. So I typically do this kind of first thing in the morning, and then they really spend the day out of their cage. So I will go and I will block off anything that needs to be blocked off. Like, I have a lot of cords, I have a lot of things they could chew on and get in, so I make sure I block everything off. I lay some blankets down on the floor because I do have hardwood floors, which rabbits typically have a hard time walking on. So I go and lay the blankets down and I block off all the cages, all the furniture, all the cords and everything, and then I will let my rabbits out to have some roam time during the day. Now, these rabbits will typically stay out during the day. They're really only in their pens during the nighttime. So yeah, just keep in mind, while I'm doing everything else during the day, the rabbits are out in the living room, wherever, having fun. And obviously when I go and I put my rabbits out, I bring their litter boxes out with them. I bring hay out with them. So in the morning, I'm also making sure that they have fresh hay, and obviously they have their fresh water and everything. The next thing I do actually requires me leaving my house and going to work. So some of you may know that I am a pet sitter on Rover. So once I do all of my stuff, I am heading over to my client's house and I am taking care of their dog. Before I actually get into that footage and everything, I do want to say that this video is actually sponsored by Rover. So Rover is actually currently looking for people to sign up and become sitters. So I am here to encourage you to become a sitter on Rover. That is what I do. Rover is one of my jobs. I go and I literally take care of people's dogs and I earn money for it, and I really love it. You'll see some footage of me doing all that throughout this video. Rover is a really great option for people who love working with animals, people who love dogs, and are looking to make some extra money. Rover offers services such as dog boarding in the sitter's home, overnight stays in the dog owner's home. You can walk dogs, you can do drop-in visits. There's all kinds of services that they offer, and when you become a sitter with Rover, you get to choose what you offer. Myself, I only currently offer dog walking and drop-in visits, but there are all kinds of other services that you can offer. Sitters who offer dog boarding in their own home often make double those who don't. So if you're looking to sign up for Rover, keep that in mind. If you offer dog boarding in your house, you'll probably make double what other people do. One of my favorite things about being a Rover sitter is that us as Rover sitters make the lives better for dog owners and their dogs. We really get to help people out, and we get to help the dogs out by, you know, taking care of them. If you're interested in signing up for Rover, it is a very easy process. Make your profile and you go. It's easy to sign up. Another thing I really love about being Rover sitter is the fact that you really get to work on your own schedule, so it is very flexible. If you are maybe in school or you have another job or anything like that that you need to kind of work around, that's not an issue because you get to choose when you work, you get to choose what days you're available, what time you're available, so it's really flexible. You're never obligated to work a certain day or a certain time. You get to choose it all for yourself, so that's a big perk and something I really love. So Rover is currently available in the US, in Canada, and the UK. So if you're in any of those places and you are 18 or older, I would highly recommend signing up for Rover. If you're interested in becoming a Rover sitter, there is a link in my description below. Once again, I would highly recommend checking it out and signing up. So on this particular day, I only had the one client. So after I went and I took care of that dog, I was able to come back home and continue working on my stuff, you know. So during the midday is when I kind of go and do any cleaning or organizing that I need to do. Or if I need to run to the pet store, I do that. On this particular day, my fish tank needed a bit of a cleaning, not a water change, just kind of a glass cleaning. So I went ahead and I did that. And then I noticed that the area where I keep all my pet food was getting a little messy, so I went and organized that because I like to have it nice and organized. As the evening / night rolls around, I'll then start preparing any of my pets' foods who eat during the nighttime. Most of my animals get fed at night / in the evening. A lot of them are nocturnal, and even the ones who aren't, such as my rabbits, I typically feed them in the evening. So my rabbits will get their salads in the evening, they will get their pellets in the evening, and then on this particular day I also had to feed my African fat-tailed gecko, so I prepared her mealworms in her dish for her. I also had to feed my chameleon, so I put some superworms in his bowl. And then for reptiles, I also had to check all of my Pangea dishes. So I do have Pangea in my gargoyle gecko's cage, I have Pangea in my crested gecko's cage, and in my day gecko's cage. I took all the Pangea dishes out and I refilled them with fresh Pangea and placed them back in their cage. So that was all I had to do for my reptiles today, feeding wise. Like I said, a lot of them don't eat every single day. Most of them only eat every few days or so. So that is why I did not feed everyone. Now I have to move into the small animals. I prepared my rabbit salads and their pellets and everything, so I will place those in their cages, and then once they are done kind of their free roaming time for the day, they will come back and have their salads and their pellets, and obviously they have fresh hay as well. Then I go and I check on all of my hamsters and my mice. Typically, I don't have to fill their food bowl up every day. Typically, I will put some in there and it will last them a few days, but I like to check on them, and then if any of them need extra food, I will go and give it to them. And I will also go and feed my hedgehog. So I will give him some of his cat food, and then I will also add insects into the mix, such as mealworms. Those are one of his favorites, and I breed my own mealworms, so I typically have a lot of them. So I will add some mealworms and cat food into his food dish, and then he eats. Once all of the reptiles and small animals are fed, I will go and feed the fish. I have a variety of fish foods that I feed them. I have frozen foods, I have dry foods. On this particular night, I went with some frozen foods, so I will go and I will thaw out the frozen food in a little bowl, and then I will add it to the tank for the fish to enjoy. Now that everyone is clean and fed, who needs to be cleaned and fed, I will typically just kind of have some hangout time. So I will get some of my animals out and, you know, just kind of hang out with them. I might take like my hamster out on my bed, or I'll take some of my snakes out, obviously not at the same time, but I'll just kind of hang out with some of my animals during the nighttime before I go to bed. Now, lastly, before I go to bed, I will go and I will take my spray bottle again, and I will spray down any of the cages that need a nighttime spray. So this usually consists of my chameleon's cage, my crested gecko's cage, my gargoyle gecko cage, and my day gecko cage. Usually I will also spray down my Amazon tree boa and my African fat tail gecko, and occasionally my blue tongue skink if her humidity is getting a little low, but she usually doesn't need to be sprayed every single day. And I will also typically spray down my frogs so that they have a nice humid environment, and yeah, that's pretty well it for the spraying. So now at this point, everyone has been fed, cleaned, sprayed. Obviously that needs to have those things done. I have had time to organize my stuff. I went and I did some rover sitting. I went and I checked on a dog. I was able to get some cleaning done. My rabbits have had their time out of their cage. All that stuff. I'm probably forgetting things, but you know, well, you know what I did. So at this point, I just go and I turn all the pets' lights off before I go to bed, so it is now officially nighttime for everyone. Usually I don't go to bed right away. Maybe I will hop in the shower, I will watch some Netflix or some YouTube or something, but pet care wise, that's the end of my routine. So that is basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this. Once again, not every single day is like this. Some days are different than others. Not everyone gets fed every day. Not everyone gets cleaned every day. So every single day is different, but this is just what I happen to do on this day. Also, don't forget that if you are interested in signing up for Rover, there is a link in my description. Use that link to sign up. It'll take you right where you need to go, so don't forget to check that out. All that said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up for me and my animals. Also, be sure to hit the notification button. Check out all of my social media. Everything is EmmaSam99. It will be in the description below. But all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it.